vanished on a road trip with her own mother, and no one has seen her since. 9-year-old Melodee Buzzard, gone without a trace. And the only person who might know where she is, her mother, Ashlee, refuses to say a single word. Police say Ashlee changed the plates on their car, ignored law enforcement, and has gone completely off the grid. But this isn't just another missing child case. It's a story of trust, control, and a system that failed to act before it was too late. How does a child disappear while in the custody of her own mother? How many red flags were ignored before the road closed in on Melodee's trail? Investigators say the pair left home on what Ashlee called a mother-daughter road trip. No one questioned it at first. Melodee was excited. She packed her favorite stuffed animal, her drawing book, and snacks for the drive. But as days passed and no one heard from them, concern turned into fear. Friends started calling, messages went unanswered. Then one small clue. A new image surfaced, a photo of Melodee in the backseat of a car, her eyes fixed outside the window, a child looking out as if seeing something the rest of us can't. Investigators haven't said when the photo was taken, but what they do confirm is chilling. It's the last known picture of her before she disappeared. From that point, every detail matters. The reflection in the glass, the light, the car's interior. Forensic analysts are studying every frame, hoping the smallest shadow might lead them to where she was taken. And as that photo circulates across the country, people are asking one question: what made a mother hide her own child from the world? Ashlee Buzzard is no stranger to the system. She has a history of family disputes, custody battles, and long-standing tension with relatives. But those who know her say she loved her daughter deeply. They remember park visits, bedtime stories, birthday cakes with too many candles. They describe a mother who, despite her struggles, was devoted. That's what makes this case so confusing and so painful. How does love turn into secrecy? How does protection turn into disappearance? Police tracked the pair's vehicle, a silver Honda CR-V, across state lines. Surveillance footage from a gas station shows Ashlee at the counter, calm, buying fuel and snacks. But Melodee is nowhere to be seen. The car leaves minutes later, now wearing a different license plate. A deliberate move. It was the moment everything changed. What was once a missing person report became something far more serious. You don't change plates unless you're hiding. You don't ignore law enforcement unless you have something to lose. Investigators say Ashlee may have planned this. She packed lightly, withdrew cash, and avoided using credit cards. She turned off her phone's location and may have altered her hair color. She hasn't contacted friends or family since. Every move she's made seems calculated, enough to stay one step ahead, but not enough to vanish completely. That's what makes the case so frustrating. She wants to disappear, but she also wants control of the story. Meanwhile, the search for Melodee continues. Helicopters, volunteer teams, missing posters, phone alerts. Thousands of people now know her name, yet there's still no sign of her. No proof of life, no clue if she's safe. Each day that passes chips away at hope. And while the headlines spread, the silence from Ashlee grows louder. Family members describe her recent behavior as unpredictable. One relative said she had become distrustful of everyone. She spoke about people watching her, about needing to protect her child. Whether that paranoia came from stress, fear, or something deeper, no one knows. But it led to one irreversible act, leaving everything behind. You can feel the frustration in the voices of investigators. They're running on thin leads and thinner time. They've retraced phone records, highway footage, witness statements, but the trail keeps ending. It's as if a mother and child simply drove off into thin air. But they didn't. Somewhere out there, they're still on the road. Or they were. The last confirmed sighting of the car was near a rest area off Route 59. A clerk remembered seeing a woman and a girl, but couldn't confirm it was them. The description matches, but details fade fast when days turn into weeks. Still, police followed the lead, combing nearby woods and roadside motels. Nothing. No signs of Melodee, no discarded belongings, just the haunting quiet that follows these kinds of cases. The silence that says time is running out. Every missing child case forces us to ask hard questions about the system meant to protect them. How many warnings go unheeded before a file turns into a headline? Family courts often hesitate to intervene until something concrete happens. But by the time something does, it's already too late. We call it family privacy. They call it parental rights. But for the children caught in between, it can mean vanishing without a trace. Melodee's father has pleaded publicly for her safe return. In a statement, he said, "I just want my daughter back. She didn't deserve this." His voice cracked mid-sentence. He hasn't stopped searching. Police say he's cooperating fully, but the silence from Ashlee, his former partner, remains absolute. No calls, no letters, no digital footprint. She's simply gone. What's most haunting is that no one can tell whether she's hiding out of guilt or fear. Did she take Melodee to protect her from something she believed was real? Or is there another reason no one has uncovered yet? Each possibility leads to another question. Each answer feels like a dead end. Experts on parental abductions say this kind of case often starts the same way, with a custody conflict, a growing distrust, a parent convinced they know best. It escalates slowly, invisibly, until one day the child is gone. By then, everyone says the same thing. We never thought she'd actually do it. And that's the tragedy here. The signs were there. They almost always are. Melodee was last enrolled in elementary school just before the trip. Teachers said her mother withdrew her suddenly, citing travel plans. No red flags were raised. After all, a mother can take her daughter on vacation, but maybe someone should have asked where they were going. Maybe someone should have asked when they'd be back. It's easy to assume the police can track anyone, anywhere. But when someone deliberately avoids detection using cash, swapping plates, and staying off main routes, it becomes nearly impossible. Every day she stays hidden, Melodee's world grows smaller. And that's what's so terrifying. A 9-year-old girl completely dependent on someone who has cut off every connection to the outside world. The public is doing what it can. Flyers have reached multiple states, community groups are organizing search efforts, online sleuths are dissecting every detail of the photo. Some believe they've pinpointed landmarks in the background. Others claim to have seen similar cars at rest stops. Investigators are checking everything, but so far, no confirmed leads. One detective described it as a case balanced between hope and dread, because until they find something, anything, hope is all that's left. And yet, even in that hope, there's guilt. Guilt that no one stopped this sooner. Guilt that a little girl trusted the one person she believed would keep her safe. You can't help but wonder what Melodee's thinking right now. Does she know she's being searched for? Does she miss home, her friends, her father? Or has she been told a story so convincing she believes she's where she's supposed to be? We often imagine missing children as lost, but sometimes they're hidden in plain sight, kept just far enough from view that no one recognizes them. That's what makes this case so unsettling. The answer could be right in front of us. Police are urging the public to pay attention to every detail. The car, the license plates, the woman, the child. They could be anywhere, traveling under new names in small towns, back roads, parking lots, blending into normal life. As the search widens, pressure mounts. Media coverage is growing, and authorities are coordinating across state lines. But without Ashlee's cooperation, everything hinges on public awareness. If you've seen a woman and a young girl matching their description, report it. A small tip can change everything. Until then, all we have are fragments. A photo, a car, a mother's silence, and a daughter's disappearance. Somewhere Melodee is waiting. Maybe she's scared. Maybe she's confused. Maybe she's still hoping someone will find her. And we should all ask ourselves how many more children will have to go missing before we stop mistaking warning signs for private family matters. Because behind every headline, every alert, there's a moment someone could have spoken up and didn't. This is the story of Melodee Buzzard. And it's far from over. Stay with us as we continue to follow the investigation, uncover new evidence, and ask the questions that too many people are afraid to answer. Somewhere, the truth is waiting.